Hello guys, and welcome to part 6 of making, animating, developing, whatever you want to call it, character on pixel art using PiskelApp. Today we're gonna make a crouch animation, and I had a little thinking about how to do it to make it interesting and just develop more of an interesting touch to the character. And I already have set up the layers in this new project, and crouch animation is gonna be a little bit unique. Now most of the animations will be character either laying down on the ground or bending and crouching or stuff like that. However, I'm gonna be more playful with this character because it's semi-cartoonish, and I think it will be as an interesting. I might need some of the parts again that we're gonna copy, like a walking animation maybe. Because my idea is the character takes its cap, lifts its arms up, grabs his cap and just brings it down and squashes himself inside the cap, and then you will be able to see only its legs. And I could add leg animations. It would be a I guess a funny way to make it crouch. So obviously we're gonna start from idle animation. I'm just gonna create new frame, duplicate the frame, gonna lower the cap, and what I'm going to do first, I'm just gonna edit the arms position. So I'm going to take this arm from the walk animation, add it right here. Then we're gonna duplicate the layer again. Now I can see that this is the only arm that is bent this way. So I'm going to take it, just going to flip it and just make the arm touch the cap. Let's grab the selection tool. Now let's just fix the edges because some pixels are missing. It lifts up the arm and grabs the cap. Let's just move the arm or up. That way we will show that the character is grabbing its head or cap. And keep in mind that these three frames are going to play very fast. So let's edit the left arm. Gonna take this arm, left arm, for the left arm. It seems that this arm is the only arm that is lifted the most. And I'm going to edit it. But first let me try rotation. Actually, that's it. That's perfect almost. Just straighten it up a little bit. Gonna lose a couple of pixels, but that doesn't matter. And make it grab like this. You're gonna reduce the pixel size right here because we want to show that the arm is behind. Okay, now we can see that the cap is being grabbed. Actually, let's just take this part of the arm, move it here, shade this down a little bit. Let's check. Yep, that seems about right. Okay, so the first few frames we got done, and we're gonna drag the cap down now. Duplicate the frame, and then we're gonna drag it down on the eye level. Remove part of the arm right here, and we're gonna move this section of the arm down. Fix this arm right here. Okay, now with the left arm is pretty much drag it down like this, and maybe just make the lines go like this. So it will look that the arm actually moved down. Another frame is done. Now at the same time I'm going to add the shading to the body, and around the cap we're gonna tone it down. Shade down a little bit of the arm as well, and at the same time I'm just gonna add some lines around the torso. Now decrease the opacity, and let's get back to the moving cap down. We're gonna move it somewhere around here. Now the other important thing is the order of layers. So we need to make sure that the arm is not on top of the cap, the shoulder part. As you can see right over here, the arm is literally on top of the character, which is something we do not want. I'm just gonna make this round shape of the hand pretty much, because the shoulder and the rest of the arm is pretty much covered, so we can just leave part of the hand like this. And I'm going to make it a little bit more interesting, chop it off like this, place it right here. This way it will look like the hand is rotating instead of just keeping it straight. And on the left arm, just leave a chunk. Just bring the chunk of the corner down somewhere around here maybe. Let's see. Yeah, that will do. So let's increase the opacity and shade it down the whole torso. Now what I could essentially do, I could just leave these arms like this. So I need to create a left arm blob the same way I created the right one, because when we're gonna return back from crouching to standing pose, it will lift up itself like this. And we're nearly done, at least entering the crouch phase. So let's just duplicate this layer, move the cap even more, delete this section of the body. So it's gonna be like a little fungi cap with legs. Let's just move the arms, and let me just test one thing. Where is the middle? Right here. Right here is the middle. I'm just gonna move 1 pixel down the cap. Okay, just like this. So let's fix the bodies again, shade it down a little bit, and we're gonna shade off a little bit of the leg. And just like that, we should have a smaller than 35 by 35 character. Yep, perfect. So now when we're crouching, we have to have some kind of movement as well. But before we're gonna do that, I need to fix this cap layer. And that's pretty much done. Now to make it come back up, we're just gonna duplicate the layers and just move them down. So basically just duplicate the 6th layer, the 5th layer, and move it down. So we should get like an animation where it shrinks up and brings itself back up. Nice. So now I'm going to take a middle frame, duplicate it again, and drag it all the way down. Now this frame will act as idle animation. Basically whenever we're crouching, there should be an idle animation. Duplicate the same layer again. So just 2 same frames. Second frame will be 1 level torso down, cap down, right arm down, left arm down, and then legs. And down. Do the same thing with the left leg. This way it will have this idle animation. Okay, now that we got that done, we're gonna create a walk animation only, because when you're crouching you move slowly. Unless it's some kind of game that has crouch run, crouch sprint, or some extra movement. So I'm thinking of taking the walking animation, just so it would be slower walking cycle and won't gonna take much time to work with the animations. So let's just start with the leg. Just remove the cap for now, and arms as well. So let's start with the right leg. Now to check if all these frames are working, I need to click on the numbers right here to disable the frames from animating. And as you can see in preview, it plays in the right order. And there we go, we have the whole full circle done. Turn on the cap, select the right leg, because boy oh boy, this part needs to be shaded. And that looks done. So now we can activate the rest of the layers. We're gonna animate again the torso, or just basically move it up and down. And now let's just preview. it's crouching. So that's just my idea of how to make this character crouch. I just came up with this one because it looks a little bit more fun. But what I should do probably, just to finish it off, I still need to shade the body because there's no shadow that is getting cast by the cap. Shade down a little bit more. Just like that, and this is the result. We made the character crouch. So we managed to make a full character, give it a run animation, walk animation, jump animations, and crouch animations. So on the next part, maybe we're gonna try to think out what kind of death or respawn animation it could have. So thanks for watching. You can find other videos in the description down below that you can check it out about the character, how to make other animations, or how to use this program. My name is Elliot Greenwood, and have a nice productive day.